Mandatory final lesson. The warrior is trained to fight with lethal skills and will, and with intelligence and love. You too must be. Continue to the lesson that completes you. Art of the cure. Compassion, understanding, respect, education. If you have never been desperate, the acts of a desperate person will be irrational to you. If you have never been mistreated, the cries of a mistreated person will annoy you. If you have never been lost, the hopelessness of the lost person will seem extreme to you. If you have never been betrayed, the caution of the betrayed will appear as paranoia to you. If you have never been loved, a true act of love may confuse you. Discovering the problem. When I'm faced with a person or situation that is too awkward or weird for me to wrap my head around, my mindset directs towards a default mode that makes me comfortable with the situation. It is the ego-safe mode where I can tell myself that the person or situation is beneath me, then I can close the case. This is a destructive, negative mindset. So when I feel myself gearing towards this loser mentality, I stop and command a different route of thinking. I tell myself that it isn't the situation or person that is flawed, it is my lack of a specific knowledge that would help me to better process and handle my experience at that moment. It is because my intelligence isn't high enough to handle it. Therefore, I need to work to be smarter and figure things out better. Comfortable cowardice. We all instinctively go to our default thinking mode where we tell ourselves that it has to be everyone else with the problem because it sure as hell ain't me. As comfortable as this may make us for the moment and throughout our delusional lives, it is not a good step because not only do we unfairly turn against the person or situation, we deny ourselves the opportunities to learn about that which stumped us. And no matter how we look at it, choosing to hide behind our ego is in no way better than choosing to try to learn even if the person or situation was the problem, not us. Taking the easier, hard way. One of the greatest lessons that I have learned throughout my life is that we all have the power to make a situation with a person go bad or good. And that power works equally both ways. Regardless, we all choose to put more energy and acceptance into a situation going bad over it going good. We will accept it as bad and even retaliate at the risk of making it worse while justifying our collateral damage with the comfort of blaming it on the other person who made things go bad. And I have noticed sadly that people would rather allow and even enable things to get worse and worse between them and another over taking tiny, harmless steps to alter the situation to go good. Chaotic communication. Tainted communication is what causes things to go bad between two people, and it is almost always destined to happen when one or both are upset about something. When things do go bad, it happens without any truly accurate way of identifying who is at fault for the breakdown. This is because there are no rules, guidelines, or even tips that two upset people should follow or will follow when trying to communicate angrily. It's an all-out, every man for himself, chaotic, the bigger bully will win fiasco whose only chance at a peaceful ending is through the result of someone backing off out of exhaustion while still unsatisfied. And even though the conflict may be stopped, the relationship is permanently damaged and the real fight may be just beginning. Cure for the problem. I discovered that if I choose to always take the responsibility of taking the blame for whatever goes wrong when I communicate with another person, I can always fix it because it's my fault. This means I'm in control of the communication between us. If I had the power to make it go bad, I damn sure had the power to make it go good if I wanted to. And I did just that. I created my Art of the Cure formula to help me control and guide the direction of all of my communication with others. This is a set of rules that keep me in line when communicating angrily with another person or a group of people. A line that keeps me under sensible control and helps me to get them under sensible control. My Art of the Cure formula consists of 4 manners to initiate constructive communication. I use it daily and it never fails me when I do use it. The 4 manners are compassion, understanding, respect, education. New drug for ignorance. When you learn how to administer the art of the cure to others, your perception will evaluate to a heightened level of immovable kindness, calm, and peace. When you learn to administer the art of the cure to yourself, your mindset will be liberated to rise to the level of intellect where you will recognize that your emotions of arrogance, self-doubt, dishonesty, fear, and selfishness are no longer of any use to you. Selfishness will smother away your greed. Calm will bind your anxiousness. Kindness will starve your hate. You will finally reveal and meet your true, positive power self. You will be cured. Weaponizing kindness. Those who show concern and kindness towards others are the true strong. We all learned as children that it is easy and mindless to do wrong and be harmful. Anyone can accomplish it without talent, skill, or courage. But it takes intelligence, patience, self-confidence, and humbleness to care for others. The day that we learn to care for others is the day that we mature into a true adult. It is childish to remain in a mentality of selfishness, irresponsibility, emotional distress, and self-righteousness. Regardless of our age, if we still behave in these unproductive, negative ways, we are still a child. The only change is that we no longer have our parents to correct and punish us for our stupidity. Converting ego to consideration. The art of the cure is the procedure that helps us to help things start and end well. Continue reading to learn how to administer the art of the cure to others and yourself. You will be educated on how to use each word in the cure to adjust your perception to a positive and progressive outlook towards the person that you are engaging with. Elaborating on the beginning of that art of the cure, I pretty much covered everything in there. As I was reading it, I was thinking about elaborating, but there's not much I can say. I think that is very well written. That is my teaching philosophy, my life rule that I live by, that I guide myself by. When I'm about to step out of hand, I go through these steps myself, and it makes me feel stupid not to follow these steps. And it is, because intelligence, when we're intelligent, we learn to communicate, we learn to compromise, we learn to work with each other. It's ignorance and stupidity is when we start to behave like children and we want to bully and force our way. So there is a video connected also that you can view. But that's the art of the cure that we're going to be going over here.